What's up, Planet Pokies? So just really quickly, always make sure you check the description because that's where my comment question is usually going to be. If I have any other questions, I'll ask you guys directly in the narration, and I actually do have an extra question. So, what else would you guys like to see from me on here? You know, because you guys are Planet Poki. You'll eventually come check out my channel too, but you know, while you're not checking out my channel and you're checking out Planet Poki, I'd like to make it as entertaining for you as I can, so let me know in the with your comment question mostly, let me know in the comments so that I can go ahead and accommodate you guys. But let's get to the battle. So this is actually an Ubers battle that I had with a guy, I think a month back probably, and so I'm going to lead off with my choice spec style guys. He's going to lead off with his Giratina, and I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor. And already there's going to be a first turn crit, which of course does matter because he's running max HP, max special defense on this Giratina origin. So yeah, crit mattered in that scenario. But since I did that much damage, I'm guessing it was going to be a 2-hit KO. I knock on the crit and, you know, switched out, got my normal special attack back. So he's going to bring in Ferrothorn, knowing that I'm probably choice spec'd. And that's not really good because that gives him a free turn of Stealth Rocks. I'm going to set my Stealth Rocks because I thought maybe I might threaten him out because sometimes Groudons carry the Fire Punch. And Ferrothorns don't like fire too much, but that's not going to be the case. And so my Stealth Rocks is going to get up. I'm going to switch out here. Kind of predicting a switching, kind of wanting to know this Ferrothorn set though. But I kind of predicted a switch-in as well that I thought might be beneficial. Unfortunately, I switched first. So that means I copied the Ferrothorn, not the Lugia. So this is an unfavorable matchup. But, you know, seeing this Ferrothorn set kind of eases my, I guess, anguish a little bit, because now I know he doesn't have the Thunder Wave, which is going to be really, really key later on in the battle, that he doesn't have the Thunder Wave, because if he did, that would have really sucked. So right here, I'm going to bring in my Mewtwo, and I figured I'd threaten him out with, like, you know, Ice Beam, because Ice Beam can be rather threatening, but of course he is a Lugia, so he's going to take this really nicely. Not as nice as I would have expected for a Lugia, though, so that's nice for me. He is going to Dragon Tail, though, which is unfortunate, but he actually Dragon Tails me into my choice spec Dialga, so this isn't looking good for this Lugia either way, because, you know, choice spec Dialga is a freaking beast and does tons of damage, but he is faster, unfortunately, because Lugia does have faster natural speed than Dialga, which can be kind of bothersome. I'm going to go for a Fire Blast because I figured that would do probably the most damage. Honestly, probably should have gone for the Draco Meteor, but I was half expecting him to switch into Ferrothorn to take it. And since he stayed in, now he's going to switch into Kyogre right here, which is, you know, kind of okay. I'm not really fearing a Kyogre because I got Groudon to, you know, do the Sun. And right here I'm going to switch out into my Groudon just to get up to Sun, which is going to be very, very nice. It's actually a double switch, because, you know, I figured he'd switch out. Chances are, so that was a very good prediction on my part. And now he's going to bring in his Umbreon into Ubers, which is, I don't know. I didn't really, like, see Umbreon as Ubers material, but apparently it is in this case. Granted, Umbreon does have some pretty respectable special defense. So right here I switched out in case he wanted to be an Ice Beaming Kyogre, and so I thought it might be useful to absorb that ability, but of course he switched into his Umbreon, which is useless for my Ditto. At least I know his set now, which will come in handy. He's going to go ahead and go for the Wish, and right here I figured, you know, maybe he'd switch out. That's what I was thinking. I thought he was switching into Lugia, so that was a bit of an over-prediction on my part, because I just did an Ice Beam to an Umbreon, and it did absolutely nothing, and apparently Umbreon is good enough to KO Mewtwo. So that sucks, because my main, pretty much my main counter to Lugia is now gone, which is terrible, because now I'm going to go into Blaziken, and he brought in Scizor to Ubers, which is, that one's understandable, because Scizor is pretty darn good in Ubers. I figured he wasn't going to want to stay in, or if he was going to try and go for the Protect to make me miss the high jump kick. But, yeah, that's not the case. I'm just going to go for the Sword Stance, and then go for the high jump kick here. half predicting a Kyogre switch in, but he doesn't bring in Kyogre. It's kind of nice though, because I get less recoil this way, which is really useful actually. So now he's going to bring in Lugia, and then he's going to switch out. At this point, I'm pretty sure High Jump Kick would probably be still the best bet, because it should, even 4 times resistant at +2, that's going to do a lot. But, you know, Flare Blitz, just to ensure the KO. He actually brings in Ferrothorn, because he was expecting Shadow Claw, which is sometimes run on Blaziken, but not that often. So, yeah, that's understandable, but I take all that recoil damage. And between Iron Barb's Flare Blitz recoil and Life Orb, my Blaziken is gone. So now I must rely on my Choice Specs Dialga to hopefully get the job done. So he brings in his Umbreon, which turns out not to be the best, because, you know, I can Choice Specs or Spear him, and it's going to do tons of damage, even with Umbreon's high special defensive bulk, and that does a lot like I was hoping. The only thing I was kind of mad about is he has Wish, so he might have Protect, but I guess that's not the case, because if he had Protect he would have gone for it. So Choice Specs or Spear finishes the job, and then he's going to bring in his Kyogre, which I can take any Kyogre hit at this point, because, you know, Dialga, you know, kind of resists like the Surf right here, so it's all good. And so I'm just going to fire off an Aura Spear just to get off some nice amount of damage right here, because that's my best bet. And then he's going to go for the Surf again. I'm just kind of going to stay in Aura Spear for the win, because at this point, really, Choice Specs Dialga is useless to me, even if he decides to kill him. But he didn't kill him, so Choice Specs Dialga takes out the Kyogre, and then he's going to bring in the Lugia. And Lugia is going to die to entry hazards in the form of Stealth Rocks. So that is going to be the battle. As I mentioned, the comment question is in the description below, and also along with the comment question, put down what you would like me to add into Planet Poke, what I could do to bring you guys more entertainment. That'd be great. And make sure to check out my channel if you haven't already. That'd be great, and see you guys later.